Hey, hello, this is Crow for Crow Scrapology. We have crowscrapology.com, the webpage. We have Crow Scrapology 2 on YouTube, and we have Crow Scrapology Facebook page. Welcome to Crapology. So, we're going to talk about some NFL crapology today. And we're going to review week 3, tell you who these teams play in week 4. Settled down a little bit. At least NFL's not as crazy as it was the first week when I wanted to almost put some needles in my eyes, or put it in my mouth and pull the trigger. I mean, it was tough. It's very tough. Settled down a little bit. It got back to normal. All right. So anyway, this past week in the NFL, we had the Niners beat the Giants 30-12 on Thursday night, which we pretty much thought would happen. The Colts upset the Ravens with Gardner Minshew. We said he's better than Richardson. We said Richardson can't play quarterback in the NFL. What happens? They bring in Gardner Minshew, and he beats the Ravens in overtime 22-19. All right, the Browns destroyed the Titans. That surprised us. 27-3. The Titans couldn't score on the Brown defense. Apparently, the Brown defense is for real. I can't believe Deshaun Watson engineered 27 points, but anyway. The Lions beat the Falcons. We did 20-6. We did bet the Lions at home -3. We won that one. The Packers came back and beat the Saints 18-17. We did have the Packers in that one, winning that one. The Texans upset the Jaguars. I think everybody and their brother had the Jaguars except the Texans players. Someone didn't tell C.J. Stroud that he was supposed to lose the Jaguars, and so they lit it up. They beat him by 20. C.J. Stroud's still surviving. I thought he'd be an okay quarterback. He's looking like he might be the best quarterback in the draft. Although we haven't seen Aiden O'Connell yet. All right, the Dolphins put up 70 on the Donkeys. Not surprising, Tua Tagovailoa. I told you he knows the offense inside and out. He's got Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Mostert now. They can put up some big numbers offensively. Chargers eked out one in Minnesota against the Vikings. We had that. We had the Chargers. We had the Patriots, 15-10 over the Jets. The Bills destroyed the Commandos, Redskins, Commanders, Congressmen, Senators, whatever the hell they are. The Washington team, which isn't even in Washington. They play in Maryland. Their offices are in Maryland. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, the Bills destroyed them 37-3. We thought that would be a closer game played in Maryland. Seahawks beat the Panthers, which we thought they beat them by 10, 37-27. Cards upset the boys. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is starting to affect the team now. They're starting to crumble. Dak Prescott thought this was a playoff game. That's what happened. But anyway, our boy Josh Dobbs out of the University of Tennessee took it to the boys, and they beat him 28-16. The Chiefs beat the Bears 41-10. People pretty much expected. And the Steelers beat the Raiders 23-18 in Las Vegas. The Raiders have a problem with Jimmy G. We thought it was just a mental problem with Jimmy G, and he just couldn't play quarterback in the NFL. We found out recently that in the fourth quarter he was playing with a concussion. So that might have led to some of his poor decisions, bad passes. So Josh McDaniel, we need to see Aiden O'Connell. We want Aiden. We want Aiden. We want Aiden. We want Aiden. Let him loose on the NFL. No one can stop Aiden O'Connell. The best rookie quarterback in the NFL. Drafted in the 4th round. So, Jimmy G looks like he's pretty jacked up for at least some of the season. If Aiden O'Connell comes in and does well, he'll be out for the rest of the season. The Eagles took out the Bucks Monday Night Football. We had the Eagles -5. The Bengals took out the Lambs in Cincinnati. We did have the Bengals -1.5. They beat them by 3. So close. Anyway, so next week's schedule. Next week's NFL schedule. I gotta put on glasses because I went blind. Thursday night game is Lions at the Packers in Green Bay. Lions are the better team, but it is in Green Bay. Packers faltered against the Saints defense. We have no idea who's going to win this, but that's what's going on. The Falcons are at the Jaguars. Who knows? Toss up. Dolphins at the Bills. This will be a barn burner. Can Tua Tagovailoa put up another 50 points against the Bills defense in Buffalo? We don't know what the weather is going to be. That could be a factor. The Broncos at the Bears. This could be the worst football game probably in the last 150 years. 0-3 against 0-3. They're both terrible. It's just be a really crappy game that probably nobody wants to watch. The Ravens are at the Browns. That should be a bloodbath. Looking at this year's results, looks like the Browns have an advantage. This one's in Cleveland. Bengals at the Titans. The Titans should come back and beat the Bengals in Nashville, I would think, unless Burrow gets totally healthy and gets on fire. The Rams are at the Colts. Gardner Minshew should be able to take out the Rams in Indianapolis. The Colts have a really good rush defense. They're not bad against the pass. The Bucks go to the Saints. The Bucks played on Monday night. The Saints should win that one behind Derek Carr or Crab Legs. Even if they have to play Crab Legs, they should be okay. The Washington Commanders, Redskins, Commandos, Senators, Congressmen, whatever they are, even though they should be the Maryland Terrapins probably or something, they go to the Eagles. Eagles, even though they're coming off a Monday night game, which says they should lose, they probably won't beat the spread of 8.5, but they'll win the game. Vikings at the Panthers. Who knows? These are both terrible teams. Bryce Young, who knows? Is he still in the NFL? They had Andy Dalton in last time. Steelers at the Texans. Steelers should be able to beat the Texans, even in Houston. But Texans looked good last week against the Jaguars, so who knows? It's probably a coin toss game. Raiders at the Chargers. Raiders at the Chargers. The Raiders and the Chargers. Aiden O'Connell could make his pro debut in Los Angeles at SoFi against the Chargers, the worst defense in the NFL. How did this team win a game? The Chargers, that is. They did. So, we'll see what happens there. That'll be interesting. We want Aiden. We want Aiden. Patriots at the Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a loss. Cowboys will bounce back at home and beat the Patriots. Cardinals at the 49ers. 49ers will whack them. They're not going to get confused by any Josh Dobbs scrambling around and doing whatever he does. The Chiefs are at the Jets. Jets really are struggling. Chiefs will beat them even on the road. And we have Seattle at the Giants on Monday Night Football. That's kind of a toss-up game there. That ought to be a good one. Actually, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm kind of leaning towards the Giants here in that one. But anyway, that's last week's results. It's this week's schedule. Jimmy G out. We need Aiden. We want Aiden. We want Aiden in Las Vegas. And this is Crow for Crow's Crapology. Watch Crapology 2 on YouTube. Go to our Facebook page. Go to our website. Once in a while we have something up there. And enjoy the NFL games.